For the second straight weekend, the Brewers found themselves in a familiar spot, trying to avoid a home sweep. This time it was against the Miami Marlins. Great start for the Crew. Domingo Santana with a lead-off home run in the first inning, a solo shot to right field, his third home run of the season. Crew up 2-0 after the first, but it was the third inning where the offense really got rolling. Ryan Braun on his bobblehead day had 3 singles and 2 RBI, including this one. Next batter, Chris Carter, bye-bye baseball, a 2-run blast deep to center field. He went 3 for 5 today with 2 home runs. And you know you're having fun when Bernie's going down the slide. Also a good day for Jonathan VR. He goes 3 for 5 with 2 doubles and an RBI. Brewers go on to score 7 runs in the third inning. That's the most runs they've had in an inning this season. His team spotted him all those runs, and yet starter Willie Peralta was in a little jeopardy. He gives up 3 runs in the 5th and gets pulled in the 6th, but still gets the win. The Crew avoids the sweep and snaps a 4-game losing streak. The final today, 14-5.
You know, in the middle of our lineup, I mean, Braun and Carter have been, you know, they've been real run producers for us. So they've certainly, you know, been driving the bus offensively, those 2 guys.
I think it's big for us, you know, after we, you know, dropped the last few games. You know, it's big to score some runs for our starter and get a win.
The 2016 NFL Draft is officially in the books. Ted Thompson and the Packers selected 7 players over the 3-day period. Here's a look again at Green Bay's picks. They selected 4 defensive players, including defensive tackle Kenny Clark in the first round, and 3 on the offensive side of the ball. Today, Stephanie Sun caught up with Packers' Mason Crosby, who was in Brookfield today for an event, and asked him his thoughts on this year's draft.
Yeah, you know, obviously filled, you know, as Ted Thompson always says, it was the best player available, but it seems like we filled some needs there, you know, on defense. You know, obviously losing B.J. Raji there to his retirement, you know, left a void, and so, you know, we were able to get a D tackle there in the first round, and looked like we went after defense early, and then, you know, kind of just filled some spots, and so those guys are going to just be pieces of, you know, this puzzle as we move into the season.
Let's hit the hardwood. NBA playoffs. Big Game 7 today between Dwayne Wade's Miami Heat and the Charlotte Hornets. Former Badger Frank Kaminsky got the start. Nails a 3-pointer. He had 12 points, but Frank the Tank was one of the few bright spots for the Hornets today. As for D. Wade, knocks down that jumper. He had 12. And the Heat easily sting the Hornets in Game 7 and knock them out of the playoffs with a 106-73 victory. Let's head to Talladega and the Geico 500. Check this out. Wisconsin native Matt Kenseth in the hunt with 8 laps to go. Gets involved in this crash and goes airborne. My goodness, how scary. Fortunately, Kenneth is okay. He finished 23rd. Another big wreck that will be happening on the final lap just before the finish line. But Brad Keselowski, who was in front, avoids the crash and captures the checkered flag. He gets his 2nd win of the season. Oh my goodness, what a crazy race. Over the last decade, 3 gymnasts from our area have represented the U.S. in Olympic competition. Morgan and Paul Hamm and Chelsea Memel. This year, a Milwaukee Hamilton graduate could become the 4th.
I still kind of get emotional just thinking about it, just like get chills, and like, it would mean the world, to be honest. All the hard work pays off, and everything's pretty much falling into place, so it would be cool.
Milwaukee native Marvin Kimball was a member of the U.S. World Championship team last year and will try to nail down a spot on the Olympic squad next month in St. Louis. Tonight at 10, Stephen Watson profiles Marvin's quest and the hurdles he had and his family had to overcome to make his Olympic dream come true. That's all the sports we have. I'm Michael Gilbert. We'll see you next week.